Hey there, it's Nick with Sam's Carpet Cleaning again. So today we're going to talk about the dreaded furniture indentation. Could be buying a new home, could be moving furniture around in your place. Heavy furniture tends to crush down the fibers, the backing, and the pad underneath your carpet. And it makes this huge indentation and it kind of drives people nuts. So let's go through some options on how you can fix this yourself and get them to look a whole lot better. All right, so quick disclaimer. Anytime you're applying heat to your carpet, a stain removing product, things like that, it's always smart to try it in an inconspicuous area. Corner of your closet, behind where a dresser is, things like that. So if anything were to go wrong in the process, say your carpet cannot accept heat, that's how you're gonna know that quickly. So quick disclaimer, now that we're done, let's move on with this class. So I had 2 cinder blocks sitting on these for, oh my gosh, I don't know, probably 2 weeks. And here is essentially a furniture indentation. So what's happening is this is pressing in, it's going to distort the backing, it's going to smash the pad. Just a quick show, you can see how huge the dents are from the back end of this. So we're going to try 4 different methods. I'm going to kind of run through it quickly. Method 1 is just going to be ice. Method 2 is going to just be heat. Method 3 is going to be ice and heat. Method 4 is a little experiment. So here we are. Things you're going to need are ice for a normal step process, a wet rag, and a dry rag. You're also going to need an iron. I tend to put it on a cotton setting, which is a little bit higher on the heat, but the wet rag is what's going to protect your carpet from applying heat directly to it. So first one, we're going to take, say, 2 or 3 ice cubes. We're just going to set it right on there. We're going to let that soak in. Step 2, we're going to apply heat to this one. So we're going to take our wet rag, at least 2 layers, nice and clean. We're going to put it on here. We're going to apply heat. Typically, you're going to leave it for about 30 seconds. So as we're going through there, going to let it set, give it 30 seconds, pull it off. And what's going to happen is the heat is going to relax the backing. As it cools down and it dries, it's going to shrink back up as it comes back to temperature, and hopefully you're going to pop that dent out of there. That's the whole goal. The plan with ice is you're just going to let that melt. It's going to get everything nice and cold. You're going to blot it out. As it dries up, it's going to do the same thing. As it raises in temperature, it's going to pull that dent out of there a little bit. So these are very easy things that you can do at home. Test it out, try it out. Furniture indentions are one of those things that you might as well mess with it. You got nothing but time. So as we're going through that process, we will let the ice melt on this one. That'll take a second. We'll leave that till last. Once we're completely done, we'll come back and kind of show you the final process here, or the final results. So we're getting close to about 30 seconds here. So we'll give it another couple and we'll go ahead and pull it off. So now let's move that. And as you can see, it is flattening out a little bit. So with the next one, we're going to apply direct heat and ice on the back end. So we'll set that on there. I do tend to hold it down. It allows a little bit more heat to get into the carpet and the backing. That's going to help you on your results. So we're going to give that about another 30 seconds. And after we do this one, we're going to apply ice on the back end. Anytime you're putting ice or water on your carpet, moisture, things like that, once you're done with the process, you want to make sure to go through with your dry rag and blot up as much of that moisture and water as you can. As water dries, it will have a tendency to brown out sometimes. You want to make sure to get as much of that out of there as possible. Setting a fan 4 or 5 feet away just to create some air movement is going to allow things to dry out a little more evenly, and that a lot of times helps the drying process. So now that this one's done, we'll let that one set and cool back down. Heat's been applied to this one, so at this point, we'll go ahead and pull this off of here and set some ice on it. Take that off. Couple pieces of ice cubes, just set those there, let them soak in, and that's going to put some cold in there right on the back side of the heat, and hopefully that will tend to pull it out that way. What we use on the back end is a fancy groomer, of course, which we have. If you don't have something like this, a real easy thing to use is just a fork. Let's say this one with the heat. Now that it's done, we're going to just use the fork to stand the carpet fibers back up. As it dries out, the more the carpet is stood up, the better it's going to dry out in the back end. So let's remove the ice cubes. That's nice and cold. So if you were doing this at home, you have the ability to leave this long enough that it will actually completely melt into your carpet, and it's going to continue to add cold for a lot longer. That is going to help as well. So now that that is there, this one we're going to give it a few minutes. We're going to let that set. we'll come back and we'll show you. All right, so we're back and some time has elapsed. So let's go through our steps and see which one worked the best, and let's try something new. So we did ice, heat, and then we did heat and ice over here without a whole lot of dwell time on the heat. So with a fork or with whatever, you can kind of scrape your fibers, stand everything back up. You want everything kind of facing upwards. So fill a little bit of a dent. This one actually looks really good. This one here looks pretty decent. Best way to tell is actually by the backing. So flipping it over, you can tell minimal hump here on the heat only, still have a decent hump here on the ice only. And then let's go to the ice and the heat, which looks pretty good as well. So those all seem to work well. The easiest and the quickest with the least amount of cleanup, I would definitely say, is just using heat and the rag only. The ice is an added step that you're gonna have to clean up. So is it worth the time or not? While we're doing that, we'll go ahead and test out the last spot. So we got one here, put that on there for about 30 seconds. And the whole point of this is just having something you can do easily and quickly at home. It's just gonna help make your home look more presentable and look better in your eyes. Like I said, some people, furniture and inches drive you crazy. Some people, you care less. Completely up to you. So with the new system here, we're gonna apply some heat. Once again, don't try this one at home. We're just doing it for fun. So we're gonna apply some heat to the furniture indentation, give it about 30 seconds, a little bit of dwell time, let it go, let it go. Now we're gonna go ahead and apply a super cold and just kind of see how that works. So with that being said, we'll pull this off. Furniture indentions right here, and we're just gonna use see if we can speed cold this and get it to come back up a little bit better. So with that, you can see it's almost instantly gone. It's also cool to the touch on the back already, and the front is borderline frozen. So with that being said, we rake that out, and I would say that worked pretty well as well, but once again, I wouldn't recommend it at home. Also, not great for the ozone. We just did it for fun. But thanks for watching, and remember, it's not magic, it's method. Thanks.